all occasions. For that special someone you love, barbsiresfloral.com and barbsiresfloralboutique.com. Come on in and pick out of our prestigious gallery at 727 Westmont Houston Road, Houston, Texas 77038. Text 832-466-8414. Barb's Iris Floral delivers fresh flowers fast.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
Do you feel that your energy costs are unnaturally high? Do you want to fortify your building and keep it strong and secure for years to come? Then NRG Spray Foam Insulation is the answer you're looking for. Our unique foam insulation is made to help our customers save in energy, prevent gas, air, and moisture infiltration, as well as helping with general stability in your building structure. Call us at 713-936-3021 or visit us online at nrgfoam.com for more information. NRG Spray Foam. Building green, living green.
This message was from a proud sponsor to KNLY 91.1 FM.
This is E.L. Crane of Real Estate U here each and every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. on 91.1 FM The Boss. Remember, that's Real Estate U. Insightful, informative, and a little humor tossed in. Real Estate U, listening live, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. each and every Saturday at 91.1 The Boss.
Good morning. We're live here with 91.1 The Boss, and we have a special guest today, Jose Duque from Showtime with JD. JD, tell us, how are you feeling today?
Hola, ¿cómo están todos? I'm feeling pretty good. Thank you for having me here today. I'm very excited about being here, and we're here to talk about a lot of Showtime.
All right, a lot of Showtime. So right now, where can we go find you? If we want to, I have a 15 that's coming up, and I need somebody to help me out with these kids. They don't understand.
Well, I mean, social media is now the way that everybody gets a hold of you nowadays. You can find me on Facebook, JD Showtime Studio, and also on Instagram, jdshowtime.tx, or you can also reach me at my cell number, 832-654-9169.
And the studio is located at?
We are located at 10175 Veterans Memorial Drive, and that's in the North Houston area, 45 North and West Road, or Beltway. That's where we're at.
Cool. And the name of the studio is?
The name of the studio is Madhouse Fitness. I am partnered up with a fitness studio right now by the name of Madhouse again. Her name is Corey. And she's the person that has the fitness studio, and I also run my studio there as well.
Awesome. Saludos a Corey. Hopefully she's having a great day. Good class today. I'll probably be visiting you too soon. And so what exactly is best time for us to be able to contact you, as far as how far in advance before the 15 would you recommend?
Typically, I always advise everybody at least a year in advance would be the best, the best time, because it gives you enough time to prepare, to pick your music, and to book somebody. I would say 6 months to a year, but I mean, a year is always the best time to contact a choreographer.
Now, you're a legend here in Houston. I mean, I'm sorry, but I have to say it. You are the man. When it comes down to dance moves and making it happen, I've always admired your hard work and dedication. In fact, my sister had a 15 a couple months ago, and your friend out there, Eric, thank you. I can tell you were definitely taught by a really good leader. You were just awesome when it came down to doing the 15. Now, these are your friends that make up your team. About how many people make up your team right now? Well,
right now we have a small elite group. I just recently restarted the group again. We have a group of 7 people right now, and my assistant choreographer, his name is Eddie. He helps me out with training the guys. I also do some of the training, and I also bring in other choreographers from outside to come into the studio and train the guys. I think that's one of the most important things, that what I did with my group when I first started 15 years ago is bring in not only the inside training from like what I know or other people that were in the studio, but people from outside to kind of like bring in a different kind of style and genres into your dancing, so that way you can be able to train, everybody else that wants to come in for quinceañeras to learn different styles, and you'll be able to provide that.
Definitely, yeah. And I mean, and these kids will come out with some crazy songs. I don't, I mean, how do you go about with making that song selection that would work out to please the family and at the same time have the kids happy to do it?
Well, honestly, I mean, I always try to talk to the clients and ask them what their style is, what kind of music they listen to. And of course, I mean, I have, different kinds of music that I like to listen to. But I mean, it's all about the quinceañera. I think that to me, it's always better to be custom with the quinceañera. So that way each quinceañera is not the same. Sometimes we do have quinces that like to pick the same songs or the same, routines or whatever. And by all means, whatever you like is what we're going to do for you. But we always try to steer over to something different. We never want to be the same with anybody else. And that's one thing about me is that I always try to be different with everybody that I do their events for. So that way when they come and see the show and they see, oh, it's JD Showtime, it's not going to be the same thing. It's always going to be something different. And people are always going to be surprised and they're going to enjoy the show more than anything.
Wow. And I see where it looks like you've done competitions also. So that definitely lets somebody know that they're secure when it comes down to doing anything with you and choosing you. How many competitions have you been to?
Well, we've done a lot of competitions throughout the years. We started off doing local competitions here in Texas. And we've been fortunate enough to win, a few first places here and there, and then the last one that I did was about 2 years ago, World of Dance in Houston. World of Dance is all over the world, as some of you may know, and the one that we did here in Houston the last time, we won second place, and I was really surprised about that. I honestly went in there and just open minded, thinking we could probably place, but I mean honestly, that was the biggest achievement for me. The last competition I did was second place in 2017.
So let's talk about Jose. Let's talk a little bit more about how old were you when you just knew that you had that talent.
Well, I didn't know. I thought that when I first was growing up and I loved to dance when I was a little kid. I used to think that everybody had the same talent or the ability, I would say, to get on the floor and dance. And I didn't realize it till later on. I think maybe when I was in middle school or high school, that I had an ability and a talent to feel for the music and to kind of like just evolve with it. And honestly, once I realized that, and later on in life, I was like, man, I could really do something with it, because I always like to be creative and do my own choreography or just I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew it was something with music, and that just came as a natural ability. I think it came from my parents, and they both love to dance. They're I guess cumbiamberos at heart. I would say that because I love to dance a lot of Latin music, but I think that's where that came from, the family or the hereditary, the parents.
Can you recall the first 15 and how did that go? Like the first 15 that you actually got to put together?
I actually do. Well, I did quinceañeras back in the day before it was even something like a business. It was more like a hobby. Mm-hmm. But the first time that I did actually think that I was going to do something with quinceañeras was I did a friend of mine's. If she's hearing this, she'll know it was her. Her name is Vanessa. Aww. And it was about 15 years ago. She's about 30 now. I didn't want to say that, but it's okay. We're at 30 now. Yeah, and so I did her quinceañera, and I did it with the purpose of trying to be different, because here in Houston or anywhere else that you would go, it was just pretty much your vals, which was normally tiempo de vals, mm-hmm. or any other traditional Hispanic
song,
waltz or whatever. Yeah. And then you would do what they would do, like a cumbia or merengue or a huapango, and that's normally what they would do, the 3 songs. And it was not even mixed, it was not cut, it was just straight up play the song on a tape or a CD.
Right.
We didn't have what you have today. The technology today allows us to do the mixes on our own, and I do all the mixes for all my quinceañeras. I think that was when I first started learning how to do all the mixes, is when everything started evolving. I would play bits and pieces of songs that I liked, and I would put them together, and then I would just whatever. I remember the first quinceañera with her, and nobody was used to this. I did Thriller, which was the Michael Jackson Thriller.
Wow.
And we wore masks, and And I think that was like a signature move that I did, and that people were like, "Man, that was awesome!" Like the quinceañera show that you did, and everybody started like picking up on that, and they're like, "Man, there's this new choreographer named JD, and he's doing this, he's doing that." And I didn't think that I was like the best choreographer, and I still don't think that, but I thought that the move that I made with just trying to be different was what captivated people and brought them to me. So I think that's how we started growing.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, that anytime you danced, like if you went out to a club or anything and you saw somebody doing some fly stuff on the dance floor, it had to come from JD.
You think so?
Yes, of course. It had to come from you because you have the talent. I'm telling you. They would always say, yeah, I danced with JD Studio. I danced with JD Studio. I know you had a big, massive team. Yes,
I did.
I'm serious.
Actually, at one point, it was a team of like maybe 40 to 50 people.
Yeah.
I had girls and guys, and right now I'm just managing a group of 7 boys right now, so it's not as large as I used to have, but I did manage a group of like 40 to 50 people, and I took them everywhere. I took them competitions. I took them to Dance Houston, which is a show here in Houston they have in downtown. We did the Houston Salsa Congress, which is another well-respected show in here in Houston. For 15 years they've been around or more, and we also did the Houston Rockets halftime show about 5 times. To go dance and play, for the Rockets and the Dynamos, and I mean we just did a lot of things. And one of the things about me is I like to open my doors for the young community, the kids, the people that don't have anything to do, or sometimes their parents could not afford to put them in any other dance class or school, whatever. So I mean, for me, it was always a joy seeing people come into my studio with no kind of experience or some experience, and then being able to see them grow and turn into the dancers or the entrepreneurs they are today. I know a lot of people that are doing their own thing today, so it's kind of like I'm very
you're seeing the
proud.
seeds that you planted. Yeah,
I'm proud of everything, and I'm happy to see people up there, doing their own thing, whether it's dancing or you're a DJ or a barber. Now, I see a lot of my people that used to be with me. They're just inspired by the fact that, you can be anything you want to be, as far as,
And I think a lot of the reason to why people would choose you to do business, of course, would be because you're such a humane person. You do help out. You reach out to the community, and like you said, there were kids that approached you at a point in time that maybe their parents didn't have the funds to come up with, certain garments to be able to go out and do a presentation, but you helped them out. You saw the hope in their eyes, and you're like, you know what, we're gonna make it happen. You took your time to teach them, and that's awesome. I mean, a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people don't go out for the person next to them, but that's awesome.
And
you
that's,
did that.
to be honest with you, like I appreciate that, and those words, that people see that about myself is I'm very selfless when it comes to running a studio, because I think for me the most important thing was making sure that they were taken care of. The money that was being brought in was being put right back out, whether it be for uniforms or to fix up the dance studio, add mirrors to the studio, take them on a trip, buy them food, take them, pick them up, from their house. Sometimes, they don't have the rides or the means to get to the studio. I think that's what I did the best, as far as, if anybody remembers me, not the JD that's out there speaking in front of people or announcing or being, a director, is the fact that I did care, or that I have a heart to help people. And I want to be remembered for that. It's not, for not just for my dancing or for my talent, because I think that's the most important thing for me, is like to be remembered for something that you did really, really good, not just, your talent.
Your talent, yeah. Well, right now, do you have any 15s that are available, as far as that are coming up, that maybe somebody might want to go out and see what you do?
Yes, I do have 15s available. We have 15s almost every weekend. I do maybe
so he's
one
hot,
or two.
You guys, he's hot.
I try to stay busy, and sometimes I and when you get a weekend off, it's good, but I always have an event that people can show up to. If anybody is interested in coming out to see my work, of course.
They gotta call what number?
832-654-9169, or you can text me. I mean, a lot of people do call me, leave messages. I like to respond through text messages, because I think it's the easiest way. You don't miss the text message people. will call sometimes, and sometimes you can't get to all the calls, or the calls don't come through, or
Yeah, because I mean, I know that when I was trying to pick somebody to teach my sister, I was like, well, let's go hit up some 15s and see how it is and who's doing the choreography. Let me get to know these people. Let me get a feel for the people. So I'm pretty sure if there's a mom or a dad that's trying to make a party for their daughter, then that's one of the things that they want to do. They want to definitely get in touch with the event itself to see how it turns out, because it's always the best way to know.
Yes, and that is true. There are people who need to see exactly what you want to provide, what you're going to provide for them. They have to see it first, hand for themselves, because anybody can go online and see a video and see, that their work is good. But I mean, it's better always to show the client in person what you offer. That way they get a feel of exactly what they're getting themselves into.
All right. Well, we did great today, and we hope you still stays tuned for the next episode of today's Entrepreneur with Yadi H-Town at 91.1 FM and JD Showtime. Thank you.
Guys.
Have a blessed day, everybody.